3b, we're looking at 10 to the n over n factorial, and the sum of that is that convergent or divergent. So let's set this up. We're going to use our ratio test. Again, there's my formula for ratio test up top. So in the numerator, I'm going to set this up as 10 to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1 factorial. So this is same as n factorial, but one extra term. So again, since we have a ratio here, we want to be able to keep track of the factors. And in the denominator then, we're going to, okay, I shouldn't have done that, but this is my an, so that's going to end up being my bn, sorry. So this is what's going to end up in the denominator. So we're going to end up with 10 to the n over n factorial. So then we're going to simplify this fraction. So putting the 10 to the powers together, so we're going to end up with 10 to the power n. And again, that plus 1, I'm just going to write as times 10. So just so that you can see where that's coming from, that plus 1 gave us that factor of 10. I'm going to group that with the denominator 10 to the n. And then I'm also going to group the factorial parts. So this is going to be n plus 1 factorial. So instead of writing it as n plus 1 factorial, I'm going to write it as n plus 1 times n factorial. So it's important to recognize that this expression and this expression are equivalent to each other. Okay, so that's where that comes from, and then I'm still missing that extra n factorial in the denominator. Okay, so why did I do these extra factors of times 10 on the top and a times n plus 1 on the bottom? It's because it allows me to then cancel common factors. So these are factors here, they're common. These ones are common factors as well. Now at this point, I can evaluate the limit. So the limit as n approaches infinity of what's left over, well, what's left over is just a 10 in the numerator and n plus 1 in the denominator. That's going to go to 0. Okay, so that means that my common ratio is 0, or my ratio test is 0, and that is definitely less than 1. So I can make a conclusion that if it's less than 1, okay, it is converging. So this is a converging series. Okay, so this is convergent.